shop, need product images and video. Are you ready to grow your cannabis business? Advertise with Medical Cannabis Marketplace today. We have title sponsorships, 30-second ads, and full production packages. We make branded content, product demos and reviews, and much, much more. Whether you're a grower, processor, or dispensary owner, or are vertically integrated, we can help you. Advertise your cannabis event. Whether you're a glass blower, smoke shop, need product images and video, or are an ancillary service provider, tax professional, transportation specialist, grow suppliers, bud trimmer, security services. Whether you sell flower, concentrates, edibles, packaging, CBD products, and much, much more, we can help you advertise your business on Medical Cannabis Marketplace. Contact us today.
Welcome. Bruh. Woo! That was some heat right there, boy. I like that, guys, man. Welcome to MCM. I'm Perry Jones III. I am here with Dr. Jason Sims. Guys, we are so happy to see you. That group right there, Community Sound. Community Sound Jam. Listen, I was about to say it.
Okay, I was making sure.
I love that. Doc is in here tonight, baby. Let's go, Doc. Community Sound Jam, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I can't wait for them to play again. And this band, whoo, you guys are bringing that heat. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you guys for filling in. I'm excited to see you guys more. We can't wait to hear more coming up from you guys. Man, listen.
Further that.
You want me to do that right now?
Might as well.
Come on, all right, fine. This is what's good about live
do it
shows.
a couple times.
We can do it a couple times. We do what we want to do right here.
Exactly.
This is what it is. Okay, so Community Sound Jam every Thursday at the Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole is, where's Rabbit Hole at?
First in Elgin.
Elgin, downtown, right? Okay, it's downtown Blue Dome District. That's what it is.
Cool.
That's it. It's on Elgin, downtown Tulsa, on Thursdays. What time, guys?
9:30.
It's a night?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about 3 or 4 hours, 9 to midnight, 9 to 1. Every Thursday, the Rabbit Hole. Listen, I know you just got a little preview. I'm excited about seeing more. This is going to be amazing. Thank you, guys. Heck yeah. Dr. Sims, man. What's up? How are you?
I'm here.
How have you been?
Yeah, not too bad.
How's medical?
It's medical.
It's medical. That's a good check-in right there. We like that. Hey, guys, we have a special show for you tonight. Every night is special because we get to do this, number one. But number two, it's special because we had this is our 13th show now. And we've got to do some new. Yeah, let's go on and get a little clap on that. I mean, yeah,
Lucky
definitely
13.
a clap on that. Lucky 13, that's good. Thank you to the guys behind this thing. You guys would see them very soon. But we have a show for you. We were able to interview some very, very high, popular, noted, people. One of them is Eric Norton with Imperious Cannabis, Cannabis Expo. And Imperious Cannabis Expo is one of the biggest expos for medicinal, well, really just cannabis in general in the nation. You've got MJ BizCon, and then you've got his. And we were able to get him on, and we had two of his top keynote speakers for his event that's going to be happening in, it's the beginning of June. I think it's June 3rd and 4th. Or it's June 4th and 5th. We're going to put that on here, but it's the beginning of June, and it's all through this.
In Oklahoma City.
In Oklahoma City at the Oklahoma City Convention Center. Mm-hmm. And so then they have an after party as well. Mm-hmm. They're going to go into it, but what I mean to say is that this interview is the start. This was so awesome. We were able to get Slim, Mr. Aaron, a.k.a. Slim, with Carter Creek Cannabis out of Broken Bow, and then drum roll, please. Mr. Ed Rosenthal. And let me tell you, folks, if you, that was a pleasure, right, Doc? I mean,
for sure,
Ed Rosenthal,
right?
Get out of here. For those that don't
Exactly.
know, Ed Rosenthal is an author, he's a botanist, he's a activist, he is just a cannabis, like a big figure
Aficionado
within. Yeah, I mean, you
and
can add
growing
all those.
aficionado, and yeah, he's
Quality
been doing
stuff.
this for longer than most of us been alive. So.
Definitely since long I've been alive.
Yep.
Even though I just had a birthday, we're not going to talk about that, but it's still good. And it was a great interview. And so what we did is we actually got to do that virtually, and it's the first time that we've done that. So we pre-did it, and now you guys are getting ready to check that out. But I wanted to just get you guys hyped up, get you prepped. It is still in the traditional manner of our show. You'll see a first link. It'll be about 10 minutes. Come back in. Then we'll get ready to go into the band again, get another jam session, and then after that we'll finish up with another 15-20 minutes of that interview. And so then we'll top off with some what do you like to call them, the things that are happening in the week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, headlines.
Whatever.
We'll catch up. That's what we're going to do. All right, so what we're going to do right now, guys, check this video out. I'm so excited. We'll see you guys in just a minute. Gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to MCM. Thank you, guys.
Hello.
What's going on?
It's nice to see you all. What's beautiful is that I've actually physically met every one of you guys, and I'm just happy to be able to have you guys on right now. Eric, we go back from the inception of the cannabis industry for myself, and then you with your expos, and then Slim, we've actually done a couple events here when you came to Tulsa, and then seen a lot of the product and things happening in your growth from Broken Bow to where you're at nationally. And Ed, I met you at Eric's event back in Little Rock, Arkansas, when we went to Steve's processing facility at that time, that expo. And we shared a little conversation and some dinner as we're in that VIP back there. And so it's nice to have you guys on. And so thank you guys for being here today.
My pleasure.
That's right. Oh, and I got a special guest here. I know you guys are special too. This is my partner, the man, the myth, the legend. This is Dr. Jason Sims. He's the owner of the very first cannabis business to open in Oklahoma as a doctor's office, really 8 hours after the vote, and has expanded THC2 brand to help hundreds of thousands of patients between Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi now. And so had to bring him on because going on with the grow and everything that you guys are doing, it's just more knowledge on the call. So I just wanted to give Dr. Jason Sims his kudos and thank him for being here with us as well, guys.
Hi, Dr. Sims.
Man, guys, this is cool because this is our first doing this. Like this is our how many shows now? I think 4, 8, 12. This is our 13th show. And
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13, right? And it's the first show that we've done with the Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us. We're at another special MCM. This is I think it's our 13th lucky 13th show, and man, do we have a lineup for you guys. This is the start of the second quarter. This is start of April. This is start of spring. And let me tell you, what better way to go into spring than going into events? And by events, I mean the expos that you can learn about all of the different brands, all of the different ownership, all of the different things in the cannabis market in the Oklahoma area. And the man, the myth, the legend, I am so happy to be on this line with we've got Eric Norton with Imperious Expos. Guys, let me tell you, this is the very first expo that I even attended my personal self, and he's been doing this for years. And he's got some special lineup at the expo that we've got online here today. Not only do we have Dr. Jason Sims with us, and you guys are familiar with Dr. Jason Sims and THC2, but we also have Slim with Carter Creek out of Broken Bow, which is a huge brand in Oklahoma. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. And then we've got the world I'm telling you, world-renowned Mr. Ed Rosenthal. And I mean, this is a special lineup. Eric, you do amazing things. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for bringing the guests. Man, let's go right into it. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Man, I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. I get to see you again. You're down there in Texas. This is our first show that we've done using technology via Zoom, via all of this.
Yes.
Team. It looks great. Lighting is looking good all the way around there. Man, I'm so happy to see you, man.
Thanks. You know, it's weird promoting and producing cannabis shows from Texas. I just got to tell y'all, it's weird. You know, because it's like, I don't even, when I go to a legal state and I come home, sometimes I just don't even know how to act, you know? It's crazy. And one of these days, we'll have one of these things here in Texas when we can celebrate when Texas finally comes on someday. And I know that's going to mean a lot to everybody here. So the show is in Oklahoma City. Again, this will be our second time there. We were in Oklahoma City back in November of 21.
Okay.
So this next show is going to be June 2nd and 3rd at the Oklahoma Convention Center. Our two keynote speakers, Mr. Ed Rosenthal, of course, is here with us today. Another Aaron Smith, the CEO of the NCIA, will be speaking as well.
Nice.
And then we have a special featured speaker that's here with us today, Mr. Aaron Slim Clay. He's going to share, and I'm anxious. I don't get to go to all the speeches. You know, I'm usually on the floor with the exhibitors because that's where I fit in. But I'm going to go hear both of these guys, of course. And Slim's going to talk about he's going to share his story, and I'm not going to get into this too much, let him tell you, but his story of recovery from opioids by using cannabis. That's going to be his topic. So he's going to bring a real personal touch to the show. And so I'm looking forward to that. And then there's a lot of things. I don't even know what else to say. We've got a lot of really fabulous exhibitors. Some from out of state, a lot of hometown people too. I don't like to bring in just a whole bunch of, out of state people, like an outside invading force. We want to have people that live there benefit from this.
Now that you've grown this, how many vendors do you expect to be at the expo this year?
Good question. We're sitting at about 90 right now.
That's a big number. That's huge.
With 2 months to go, I can easily fit 200 in the hall that I have reserved. I'll tell you, I think the most we've ever had back in Arizona one year, I think we had like 130. About the biggest show I've ever had. Getting to 200 is just another level, and so that's a little bit of a lofty number, but I'm shooting I think we can at least double our numbers in 2 months. I think we can have 180.
Ooh, that's a good number right there. That's a good amount of people coming and getting education, coming and getting resources, coming and getting tools to further themselves, especially in the Oklahoma market, because having people with stories like Slim's, that's really what I call it, the land rush was about in Oklahoma. There was that land of opportunity, easy, right, and now you get all the expertise out here by way of expos like yours and access to gentlemen like these two to find and take hold of their own health, whether that's cultivating, whether that's understanding methods and processing, or just being around it. And so that's awesome to hear. 90 people up to 180. I'm excited about that for us. I think that's going to be really good for you as well. How long have you been doing the expos?
Our first show was June of 2016 in Seattle. That's where I met Ed. He was my first keynote speaker.
Ah,
2016. Yep.
wow.
Time flies.
And now look at you guys, still rocking and still making waves all the way through the US. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool. What are some of the different things within the expo people can look forward to? Obviously, we have keynote speakers. What are some of the other draws or things that you really are excited about for patients or for people to experience there?
The new technologies that are coming out, the exhibitors that are going to have equipment that they can demonstrate. Ed's going to do a demonstration of the caliper growing system that's affiliated with Smart Pots. Things like that. And then I know Slim's got some items he wants to launch at the show. He's been dropping hints. I know he's got something under he's nodding. Yeah. So he's down to tell us. And then in the seeds, we talked about doing a seed swap. That's Ed's idea. We literally just where they swap. But that don't hold me to that. But what we're going to do, and I'm going to let Ed tell y'all, is he's going to release something from his own personal collection. Genetics.
Ooh, the purse bank. Whoa.
Yeah. And out of all the shows that I've ever been to, do y'all remember Indo Expo? Remember Indo? They're not around anymore. Sadly, the owner passed. I loved that show. I used to go to Denver. And then you talk about big, they had like 350 exhibitors last time I went with like 15,000 people. It's massive.
Yeah.
I've never seen excitement like this anywhere else. they had people lined up literally around the whole place. Like there might have been 500 or 600 people in line for one booth, and it was to buy seeds.
Ah,
And it was a trip. When I told somebody else from the West Coast, Ed might know who this is. He wears a mask. He wants to show Dad. You know who I'm talking about? The guy that sells genetics that always he wears a mask. He won't tell anybody who he is.
I don't know. I don't know.
That doesn't ring a bell? Okay. They said he made $2 million that weekend selling seeds in Denver at $100 a pack. So I've never seen people get that excited about anything in the cannabis business other than genetics. And I'll let these two experts talk about that. Why is that the case? Because that is the case, though.
Oh, man, I'm excited to learn that. And that's when we went to expos, we've had our fair share of doing expos, just like you guys. And you're absolutely right. It's the most popular spaces are the ones that have the exhibits, that have the examples. And then it's the speed, it's the genetics, it's learning who has what, where do they get them from, how is this something I'm going to like, is this just in general. And as you get into the cannabis plant itself, it's the base of everything. Where it starts from really determines what you're going to get as the end product. And so I'm excited about all of that right there. Let's get ready to take a quick break. And then what we're going to do is when we come back, because we've learned a little bit about you, Eric, I'm excited about what we're talking about with the expo. I think we're going to go in on this break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Slim. We're going to talk to Ed about some of the things they're wanting to expose, some of the things they're wanting to bring to the table at the expo, and then what they see happening in the future in the industry in general from their expertise. And then we're going to come back to you and see where we're going to go with the rest of this expo. All right, guys? Guys, welcome back to MCM. Here we are. And let me tell you again, if you missed out, the hosts, me with Dr. Sims, and our guest, Eric Norton, Imperious Expo. We've got Slim with Carter Creek. We also have the legendary Ed Rosenthal. Guys, welcome back. We are so happy to have you back. We heard a little bit about Eric at the start of the expo, the reasoning behind it, how big it's grown in the last 6 years. Hold on, 2016? Yes, so we're in 2023. Good. That number of years, as well as the expanding from the states, going from legal markets to non-legal markets, exploring and getting people educated about cannabis, being led by these keynote speakers. And that's who we're going to talk to next. Let's start with the first one. Let's start with you, Slim. You're are Oklahoma born and bred. You're right down there in Broken Bow. And let me tell you, in my opinion, you're one of the biggest brands in Oklahoma for sure. Not just with the way you carry yourself, but also like we were ending the last conversation on genetics. The basic of things and what you're providing for patients is being proven, so much to the tune that you're going out of the state and showing that for other patients and people. So Slim, like, welcome. Thank you for on behalf of Carter Creek and Imperius on being here. Let's hear about you, my friend. Would you be able to go in and just tell the Oklahomans, tell the people watching who you are, what you're about, what your mission is, and just let us know about you, sir.
Yeah, so I'm Slim, aka Aaron Clay, born and raised here in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. And man, I got in the cannabis game when I was around 12 or 13 years old is when I started popping my first set of seeds. That was 33 years ago this year, I guess, something like that. And I've had ups and downs in my life. I've had anybody that's been through life has run into problems if they went out there in life. So one of the issues I had that I was going to share about when we get there at the show was my battle with opioids and my struggle there. A lot of people here in the United States and in the world abroad right now are turning their face to the fact that fentanyl is probably taking out more people than COVID-19 ever thought about. Because those are real statistics, that are getting reported there. You can look at the videos from any of the big cities and people are slumped over like zombies. So, there's this big evil push towards the American population, and that's how they're trying to take us out. And they're targeting our kids with, they had that rainbow fentanyl and that stuff came out. So, that's kind of like the fire that's driving my force here with Carter Creek. And that's what you'll kind of hear in my story when I share my testimony. I'm gonna go all the way back over, to my childhood, to things from that happened in my childhood all the way through jail time and the whole 9 yards. And you'll understand my purpose for cannabis and why I'm here. We're not in like any big competition that, and we made a deal here at Carter Creek. We're not ever going to another cannabis cup competition again because, there was some bad stigma that went around this year. And, this is about education. We're new pioneers into this industry. Not new pioneers. Let me rephrase that. We're walking into a new era of this plant, and that's becoming commercially legal for adult use and for medical use.
Right.
And what does that look like in the face of America? That's kind of where I'm coming into play at. I'm fighting back fentanyl and the opioid epidemic with cannabis. And then later on, we'll get at the show to kind of talk to you about our genetics and things like that we have put together. I've been working on some collaborations for the last couple of years, and we're going to release some new stuff at Imperius. And Mr. Ed's, I seed swap or not, I'm fixing to track down Ed's booth over there, and I'm getting some of them seeds. Or if you don't give me if you don't give me one pack of them seeds, I'm not coming to the next Imperius.
Hey, I'm piggybacking that. I'm coming right behind there. I'm gonna need a pack of them myself. It's coming from
kind of our main mission at Carter Creek, though, is, and I've been guilty of being in a cannabis competition before, but that's not what it's all about. To say that, hey, I'm the best green grower, that's not what it's all about. What it's about is the people that are suffering with PTSD or anxiety or bipolar or whatever's going on. Maybe they have pain problems or Crohn's disease.
Yeah,
you can go on. I could talk for days about it, but that's what it's all about, getting that education out to the patients and making sure that the genetics are clean. Just like with anything, when population spreads and there's all this crossbreeding, you get viruses and stuff. And, and those viruses have now been known to be transmitted into humans, like the Hopulating viroid that just, the mysterious HIV for marijuana or whatever. But it's they CDC confirmed it as transmittable to people. So it's transmittable through seeds, transmittable through clones. So be careful where you get all your stuff rallied up. You get in some people that don't know what they're doing, or you get in the wrong group of people, and you're going to get an infected set of genetics that's probably not even what it was supposed to be to begin with.
That's why it's good to find find your sources and understand what you're actually partaking and putting into your system. And that's what Dr. Sims believes as well. Like I stand in the same tune. It's all about the base of everything. And just a little recap for Carter Creek with you, Slim. Not only are you a geneticist, you're not only a grower, but you also have a processing and you have a dispensary down there in Broken Bow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So
fully integrated, right?
Yes, sir. We have 2 grow facilities here we actually have 3 grow facilities here in our town. We have 2 dispensaries here, one in Idabel, one in Broken Bow. We're partnered up with Red Billy Distribution or Red Billy brand, and you can get Carter Creek in the West Siloam Springs store, the new Rolling store that just opened, and we just took over a new dispensary in Tulsa. It's a very big dispensary. I'm not going to say the name of it right now, but you'll see the Carter Creek brand in downtown Tulsa here real soon.
All right.
Then we're gonna try to expand to other towns across the state, because as soon as we harvest a crop, man, we get swallowed up 2 or 3 days. There's not a lot of distribution down here in my neck of the woods, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for those that don't know, you'll look it up. Broken Bow is in the southeast Oklahoma, near the Tallahassee Mountains. Is that not correct? And it's a beautiful drive down there, but it's a rural area. It's really good for vacationing too, guys. So if you don't I like Eureka Springs. Broken Bow is an equivalent to it because it's really woody. It's really it's like Colorado. It's a vacation spot area, and that's really good with high quality cannabis as well. So like Carter Creek, Slim, that is super amazing. Thank you so much for the intel of what's to come and what you're doing on your mission back there. Let's take it right next to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ed Rosenthal. Thank you so much for being on and hearing even this base here of genetics and things, and then you being able to come and speak. Thank you for coming to Oklahoma. Are you excited to be doing this again here?
He's got his mute on.
Oh, he's got his mute on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll text him.
No, he just.
Yes, I think.
Okay.
I think that Eric's shows are always exciting. Meet a lot of interesting people to see new products. So I am excited to be there.
Heck yeah. And thank you for bringing your wealth of knowledge to a lot of people that are going to really expand, like even Slim. I know that I've gotten a couple of your books, and I'm not a grower yet. I'm going to do it personally, but just getting the knowledge and being around you, it just helps that much more validity. Let me ask you this. Can you elaborate a little bit on what you're about to drop on us, this personal seed bank? Tell us about what you're coming into right now in Oklahoma.
I am going to be bringing some different hybrids of Superbud, and also probably some seeds generated by Humboldt Seed Company, which is a really fine seed company.
So excited to hear that. So excited to hear that. I mean, if you guys haven't made your way to listen to Ed speak, I had the pleasure of doing that in Arkansas, and it's a wealth of knowledge, things that you don't even think about. It just brings out, and it's natural. The man's been doing it forever. Let me ask you this: when did the plant touch you, Ed? When did it get to you and then become your?
Well, it was a long time ago. It was I was in college. Yeah, so
long time ago, like in what, 10 years ago? Come on, talking about college.
Yeah. Well, I've been involved in marijuana for more than 3 years. That's a pretty long.
For sure. Oh, this makes me so happy, man. Listen, Eric, so you've really set the bar at expos now. I mean, like you mentioned, you had Indo Expo, which I had the pleasure of going to. I remember one of those expos where it was a line out the door. I didn't know what it was for because I didn't understand any of seats or anything at that time. I was just
Right.
confused. Right. But to know that we shared that experience and now you've really taken that baton and you're really expanding it like tenfold. We're super excited about it. Let me ask you this. You have anything you want to tell the people as they're sitting here to close our show off with? Because I mean, these two people that you brought here and the stories that are going to happen, I'm excited about. I'm going to be there, guys. We're going to be there filming. What do you have to say to the people watching it right now before they make their way to the show?
First of all, while I have the chance, I got to give you my website and Instagram, just so everybody knows. Okay. So it's
Good.
to find out updates on the show. The two best places is my website, ImperiousExpo.com.
Mm-hmm.
And the Instagram account is at Imperious Cannabis. Okay. So we update the Instagram daily. And so, man, thanks for having us on.
Thank you for coming on,
This was
man.
great. Yes. And so I'm just kind of losing my train of thought here. Redirect.
Listen, that's okay, because what we're going to do is, guys, as you're watching, this is exclusive. Like, I mean, we're so blessed here at MCM to even have these connections. This is the first wave. This is going to be promoted for the next 2 months. This is definitely check our Instagram, check our social media, check Imperious social media. We are going to be there. We're going to do interviews while we're there. We're going to carry this over, and we're looking at our collaboration to expand more of the wealth of knowledge of cannabis all the way around by A, the experience that you have, and B, by what we can show the world by doing it. And so, like, I'm stoked about it.
Something I did just think of what I'm going to try to do for the first time. Well, not really the first time, but I want to integrate the actual expo with the after party a little bit. Are we running out of time?
No, I technology, and it's our first one, had to move the mouse out the way. That's all.
Oh, okay.
It was in your nose, so I got it moved.
Okay. So we're going to do a lot of fun things. We want to make sure that the expo and the after party run as seamlessly as possible, so it's a smooth transition. We had a great situation like that in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. It was all produced very well. Dazed. Oh, that's, give them a shout out. My buddy Dazed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good brand. He's hosting the party.
Okay.
So
okay.
You could check Hatham out, check Dazed out at their Instagram is @_dazed NIN OKC. So Dazed in OKC. And they'll be doing the after party.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, host of the after party. Nice. And that after party is on, is there a Wednesday?
Friday night.
Okay. Friday night.
Yeah. Friday night at 7 p.m. To midnight. It's at the Farmers Public Market.
Okay.
Okay. And which you know better than I. It's just not too far from I'll always make sure the party's close to the show. And anyway, y'all have already heard so much from me. Is there anything else maybe Slim or Ed wants to leave with us? I think people are going to line up at both of their booths for various reasons.
Oh, sure.
And I want to give them a chance to talk about things they want to drop before we end. But
yeah. Slim, what do you got? Anything you like to close and let them know about, what to look forward to, or?
Main thing is don't be scammed on Instagram. Like he was talking about, my real Instagram is Carter Creek Slim and then Carter Creek Nation. Those are the two IGs that I got. And my Facebook is Aaron Clay. And it's got a little Carter Creek Facebook page on there. Our website is cartercreeknation.com. It just opened up today. It's been down. We've been fighting that thing for a year. Don't get scammed. I don't, I'm not that guy. I operate through emails and people I know, like I'm not out there. There's a lot of people that got scammed in our name this past year. And I apologize that happened, but it wasn't us.
And definitely check, folks watching, definitely check our status, check the different messages. We're going to have all of these links down here. So you can click on these links. You'll be able to be redirected to this education and this info. Ed, do you have a website? Do you have some words you want to leave the people? Oh, hit your mute for me, Ed.
Yes, you can get to all my sites from edrosenthal.com.
Okay, and we'll put that down there as well, guys. Yeah. Listen, when you guys go in and check us out, like I said, you're going to have all this. Hold up. Got something we had to put on here real quick.
There we go.
You know, and this one was Sasha had this one was a personalized one, which, you know, that's always good. But what I love seeing are things like this. And so, you know, that's the stuff that I'm not talking about. And so I wanted to say thank you, Ed, for on behalf of my production team as well. We're looking forward to coming down. Slim, I mean, as always, it's a pleasure, my friend. I'm excited about the growth and what you're placing and putting in our Oklahoma market. Eric, there it is, bro. And I'm looking forward to coming down and hanging out, bringing the team down and exposing more of this, showing more of this. So that way we can continue to grow and get people to understand how to take their medicine and utilize quality things from quality resources.
Yeah.
So, man, with that, Dr. Sims, do you have anything? I mean, I asked these fine gentlemen stuff. What do you have? You have anything you'd like to say?
I'll have questions at the expo. So especially for Ed, I got a couple questions for him for later. So
that's going to be good.
I definitely got to get an autograph book or something from you too.
Yep.
So.
Oh, man, this is going to be good. We're super stoked. Guys, we appreciate you guys being on. Go ahead, Easy.
One thing, Slim brought up the scammers. We're all dealing with that. He did get hit really hard recently. I've witnessed that, and I get hit at my shows too. Drives me crazy. If anybody ever gets an email that says, "Would you like to buy the attendance list from Imperius Expo?" That is a scam. I never sell my list. I never have, you know, and I never will. I say never, but you know, I don't sell that. They try to sell me my own list, and I email them back. Do you realize I own this anyway?
We've had to deal with it too. If you've been in business and you've had marketing and social media, you have had a name and you've had to fight some of these different nuances that are out there. And I could completely relate. Where do we get the tickets? That's the question. It's at the website?
Curious, yes. Oh, I should have mentioned this earlier. We're can we announce something now? Can we put this in? So today we're gonna begin. It's 2 weeks. A 2-week flash sale. We did this last time in Oklahoma. A growers free ticket giveaway. Okay. So go to my website, ImperiusExpo.com, or email me, Eric at ImperiusExpo.com. And if you have an OMMA number, you get 4 free tickets.
Let's go.
Yeah, so they got to sign up before April 15th. So free ticket giveaway, and then come April 15th, the tickets go back to normal price. It's only $50. I think I'm one of the cheapest in the business. I keep it capped at $50 a person for 2 days. That's valid for both.
2-day ticket for $50?
2-day ticket for $50, full access to all the speakers, all the exhibits, nothing extra, all that. So,
all right.
That's what I wanted to say.
Guys, listen, this is going to be amazing. Follow through, check the links down below. We are going to be there. You will have the real authorized social media handles in our link. And up until April 15th, growers can get those free tickets. Guys, we appreciate you being here. Slim, Ed, Easy E, Eric, thank you guys for joining us on MCM. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the expo and more exposure, more times. Thank you guys, all right? We're signing out. Folks, we appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you on our next show of MCM every Wednesday, 7 p.m. live. Check our stuff down. Dr. Sims, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Let's go, yo. Let's go.
Yay.
Let's go. That's what's up. Guys, I mean, special shout out. Definitely.
Right.
Community Sound Jam. You want to go every Thursday. Rabbit Hole. First and Elgin. Downtown Tulsa. Community Sound. That's the name of the event. It is. If this is what you're getting, and this is only a sample of it. Like, I'm definitely going on Thursday to check it out. Oh, and it's from anywhere 9 to midnight, 9 to 11, 9 to 1, 9 to when they get done is what I'm thinking. So, and closing time. You don't edit that. That's good. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. We're going to end with them. That's going to be amazing. Doc, are you serious? I hope you guys enjoyed that little interview. I want to apologize, number one, about my closeness on the screen because I recognized it after I watched the video. But that's just great because this is live and it's ours and we can do what we want. So thank you guys for putting that in the comments and letting us know how we can always constantly improve. That's what we're about and that's what we're doing here. Definitely want to give a shout out to Eric Norton. Good friend of mine, great man, but really what he's doing for the cannabis industry, putting it. Am I at the right camera? This one, right?
Over there.
All right, I'm at the right camera. It's the corner of my eye looking. Sorry, it freaks me out. Okay, so Imperious Cannabis Business Expo. This is in Oklahoma City at the Oklahoma City Convention Center, June 2nd and 3rd. There is an after party. You want to go to his website, ImperiousExpo.com. On that website, it has everything on there. But what's really awesome, if you're a grower, if you sign up right now in between, I think it's now in the 15th.
I think it's the 15th.
I think it's April 15th. Yeah. If you sign up, you will get 4 free tickets. 4 free tickets if you're a grower.
Yep, if you're a grower.
If you're a grower. And
licensed grower.
Definitely. Yep. So, Eric, shout out to that.
Thank you so much for that. He limits the price on his tickets, too, for other people, for everybody else.
Correct.
So
it's $50. I think you guys
just
watched it. $50 for 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's and you heard them about 80 to 90 vendors is what is to be expected. That's a lot of people there, a lot of businesses.
Right now, remember he's shooting for over 100.
Holy moly, that's going to be a lot of people.
He's trying to get like 180 or something.
Yeah, hey, I tell you this, there's 2. We're going to be there.
We'll be there.
We'll have a booth there. You'll definitely want to come and check that out. Special shout out to Slim, a.k.a. Aaron over there with Carter Creek Cannabis down at a Broken Bow. Super excited to hear his story. Super excited to learn more about what they're doing and how that grassroots company is now making its way national. That's what this is about. And, of course, I mean, we can't not the keynote speaker, Mr. Ed Rosenthal, a.k.a. Guru of Ganja. Yep. I don't need to make up and throw any other name out there. He already has a name. Yep. He's the Guru of Ganja. You're definitely going to want to be there. Ed, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us on that interview as well, and we look forward to seeing him. Again, ImperiousExpo.com. June 2nd, June 3rd. Go and check it out. It's going to be great. I hope to see you all there. That's going to be awesome. That was a good time, a good interview, too.
Such a good interview.
And we got more interviews coming with them. That was only a preview. So we've got way more in-depth things happening with them that we're super excited about. Let's go into some current events real quick, right? I mean, we're every Wednesday. Can't wait to see who we have on next week. I'm not going to give an idea. You'll see it. But we're going to have some good people on next week, as we always do. Thank you to the back-end team. It's the beginning of April, Q2, right?
Spring.
We're starting
Coming
spring.
into spring. Yep.
April showers. We've got Easter happening this week.
Yep.
We've got
Sunday, Easter Sunday. Just saying.
That's what's happening. That's one of the things going on. We've got First Friday happening. Yep. Definitely check out Studio 30. They're doing a lot of different things. You've got 420 coming up this month. 420 is going to be just
off the hook.
It's going to be something, I can tell you that. And so there will be a plethora of different parties and things happening there. Then we go into May. We've got actually you've got a booth happening in a sale, right? You have what's this thing?
Well, the flea market's this weekend.
Okay, so, flea market.
Yeah, the Tulsa Flea Market at the Expo Center.
Yep.
So at the fairgrounds. So,
Doc is a collector and a seller,
month,
so I hope I said that properly.
And it's the Oddity Show too this weekend. So,
okay, those are things
shout
that
out to
are
the
happening.
Oddity Show. So that's a crazy time there. Ooh, they got some crazy shit.
I can believe it.
Okay.
I don't know, but I would take your word for it.
And
then we've got what other cannabis things happening? We've got May happening. We got Memorial Day coming up. Then again, the expo. Really, that's other than our show, that's the most important things you guys need to pay attention to. So definitely go to our website. Go follow us on all of our pages, all of our links. Definitely follow the people that we're talking about, not just right now, but look them up. We're gonna have Community Sound Jam. They will have their Insta, all their stuff is on our info. Studio 30 THC2. If you're needing a license being renewed, thinking about it, little endless plug there. Definitely give them a call. www.thc2.com. We'll make sure that the patients are taken care of by yours truly, Dr. Jason Sims. And I really think that's it, right? I mean, honestly, the interview we just gave was really all we had to do. Like, I mean, with this band right here,
right?
I'm just really wanting to keep jamming. You know what I mean?
Well, we got to meet them. Let's meet them though.
No.
Let's meet.
Let's meet
the
you know
band.
what? Let's meet the band. Can we do that? Can we meet the band? Hey, can we meet the band? Yeah. Hey, can we meet the band? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't have a microphone to go over there.
This one.
Oh, they already have. Hey, they got a mic already connected up there. Who did that?
Just talk loud.
Damn, Daniel. What that room? Hey, listen, my team. Let me tell you, the team that we have back here, Dave and Sasha are amazing, and I can't give them enough credit. Y'all don't get to see everything. Super professional, but they've done some things to this set. Shout out to my production team, MCM. They're amazing. Dave and Sasha in the background. Andrew chilling over there, always plugging us up, doing well. And then Stoner Sam is here. Stoner Sam is back. She will be back on next week. We will have some products for her to sample and brands to talk about. So welcome home, Stoner Sam. We're super happy to have you back. Super ready to get her back on the screen. I think it'll be good getting people out there. And so, hey, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I love all of that.
They're getting the microphone set up.
So let's talk about Doc real quick while we're switching over before we meet the band, right? Last week you went to Colorado.
Yep, we
right?
did.
We sure did. I say you did. We did.
Yeah, we went to Colorado.
We went to Colorado and we went to the Indo Expo. Or excuse me, it was the NOCO Expo.
NOCO.
Forgive me.
We went to Indo a long time ago.
Correct.
So yeah,
that
it was a NOCO.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the interview.
NOCO Expo at the Broadmoor.
Wow, Colorado
that
Springs.
Crazy. Yeah, that was awesome.
What
we had a good time.
Tell the people about that expo. So we were talking about Imperius. We just gave an insight about what's going to happen at that business expo. We went to a hemp expo. Yeah. Tell people what you liked from your standpoint of going to that hemp expo.
Yeah, so we actually were able to learn a lot, see some really cool stuff, see some really cool machines.
Definitely.
That, for processing and for cultivating and for all that kind of stuff. They had all that stuff there, and then all the different products that they made. I mean, there's 50,000 uses for hemp. So
yes,
and I don't know if they had them all there, but they had a lot of them. So and so we got to meet a lot of people. We probably spoke to every single person at every single booth.
I believe we did.
At that expo. We got a lot of cool stuff going. We got some characters made. That was fun.
I got my first character.
Yeah, we got some characters made for us.
Listen, we're going to show you guys. Come next week, I'm going to bring some little show and tells of what we had and found at the expo. So when we talk about medical cannabis, it doesn't just mean medical cannabis with THC. We have a lot with hemp as well, and hemp gives you your CBD, and then you also have your delta 8s, 9s, cannabinoids, all of the other things that happen in there. But what's beautiful about hemp, like Doc was saying, there's a plethora of different uses. So being able to go in and see. Did you take the utensils? You remember the utensils?
I did. Mm-hmm.
They have hemp.
Them.
They have hemp utensils. So your hemp fork, your hemp paper. That was really cool to see. Hemp knife and spoon was in there. The straws was in there.
Yep.
Then you went into
it was in hemp paper.
Hemp paper. They had the hemp machines, so you can so they can process it, break down, so you can get the herd, which is where you make pet beds. Yep. So seeing pet beds, and then even the pet protein.
Yeah, animal feed.
Animal feed,
horses,
for horses, for chickens, for cows.
Just make it right there.
It was in one machine just being made in front of us from the seeds. That was super unique seeing that.
Yeah.
I think something else that really got me excited was learning about the genetics and learning that how the seeds in hemp grow completely different everywhere. So there's specific seeds in Texas that are being worked with the Texas A&M hemp program, and that's in a very dry, hot area, right? And then you've got, Then you've got Oklahoma, which is very similar to that, but Kansas, completely different. Nebraska, Idaho, Wyoming, Kentucky, Colorado. Every one of those places are so different, and so what was very interesting to me was how we're still in an early part of the game that we're recognizing what can be maximized in what region. And now knowing what we can have here in Oklahoma to bring to Oklahoma and give options with, medical cannabis and hemp in general was really intriguing to me. Not only that, they have a lot of things going for the bioplastics.
Yeah.
So biochar right now being broken down where you can now utilize this in substitution of things. The durability of it, we've seen where they were making the steel beams that are going to be in buildings. And so substituting wood beams for this biochar plastic combination was absolutely unique to watch that.
Really cool.
And then you've got, again, all of the different causes, all of the different products that were already being made
So
from.
many. Patagonia was even there. I mean, with their whole hemp line.
Say that.
Patagonia even has their own hemp line.
They have
clothing.
their own whole hemp line. I mean,
Yep.
overalls, hats, shirts,
Coats, jackets.
gloves, socks,
yeah.
underwear.
Yep.
Patagonia was live
Yeah.
there, and it was a whole.
It was
huge,
wild.
It was that I almost forgot about them. They were that was really huge right
I mean,
there.
remember the guy playing the hemp guitar too.
Oh, okay.
Hemp
So
guitar
NoCo,
with the hemp amp.
you know what? We're going to end up showing
Yeah.
you guys some of this next week.
Yeah.
We're going to get it
was
filmed
wild.
and edited, and we're going to get
cool.
it cut into probably the pre-roll, and we'll make some mentions of it. But the NoCo Hemp Group has a place where they've made guitars. They've also made the amps, and so everything that was being played was made of hemp. Other than like the strings, obviously, but this man was jamming, just like my guy here jamming. And so when you guys see it, it's absolutely amazing. What else was so? Oh, you know what really stuck out to me? Also, this water in a can.
Yeah, canned
I don't
water.
know, canned water. I mean, obviously, we all drink water, right? But. Canned
plain water. Just plain
canned water, like
pure, clean,
pure water.
filtered
This isn't
water.
this isn't a seltzer. This isn't this is plain Jane. I don't even know if it was creek water, like coming off of.
Hopefully it's not.
I mean,
but-
well, not creek, but Coors Light was up
Oh,
there.
yeah, yeah,
Coors
yeah.
Springs,
Like mountain spring water.
Mountain
We don't
spring
know.
water is what I
Yeah,
meant
yeah.
by that.
Yeah,
Yes,
we don't
and
know.
so super unique. So I mean. The Hemp Expo was great, and like what I was saying, I think expos are great for people to attend because if you don't know about something, the best way to go is to go to an expo because you can pay as a business, you can pay as an individual, and you're going to meet business owners, you're going to meet reps, you're going to actually get samples, you're going to get things to really make a decision on, and I think it's really unique. I love the business expos because I learn something all the time. But I think it's going to be amazing to go and see Eric's Business Expo. So, again, guys, Imperious Expo, definitely want to check it out, ImperiousExpo.com. The expo is June 2nd through the 3rd. Well, why did I say that? It's 2 days. June 2nd and 3rd. You can email Eric. It's actually on the website. You have his 2 keynote speakers, the big ones. Let me rephrase that. The keynote speakers that he has on the website are Ed Rosenthal, the guru of ganja, and then he also has Aaron Smith, the CEO of the NCIA. And so that right there is going to be absolutely amazing. And then also you're going to have Carter Creek, Aaron talking about his story, and I think there's a plethora of speakers. Again, if you're a grower, definitely you want to go in and
Get those
your tickets,
yeah.
man. Get
those
your
free
tickets before April 15th. You get 4 tickets. So you definitely want to check that out. If you have any information or questions, definitely just ask. It's down there. We're going to have it all in our stuff. Everything is there. Again, Imperious Expo, check them out. And definitely keep us a follow. Let other people know. Share, like, all that jazz. All right? And so, okay, I think we're ready, right?
We're gonna meet the
we
band.
ready? Are
Yeah,
we,
let's
are we
meet the
ready to
band.
meet the band, guys?
Yeah, we're going to meet the band.
Yo, let's
Yay.
meet the band, guys. Like, come on, guys. I'm at the Community Sound Jam. Like, first off, I love the name. I think the name is awesome. Would you give us an intro and how long you been playing your instrument?
The Community Sound Jam has been going around for probably about 10 years now. I was there from
Wow.
the beginning. Yeah, it's been about 4 or 5 different venues now over Tulsa. This is Joey Blackbeard Lynch right here. He's been coming around for the past about a couple years now, 3, 4 years.
Okay.
One, yeah. About
Uno mas. Uno
one
mas.
year. 1 year be sounding like 2 years
One,
sometimes.
Hey.
16.
Oh yeah, and then this is Savannah. We called her Myrtle Beef, which is pretty cute.
I like
Yeah,
that.
she played or drummer chick. And I'm Lawrence. I go by Lolo. Obviously, I play the bass.
I thought that was. Listen, I know Lawrence, guys. This goes back. Like as I was sitting there looking, I was like, man, I know this
I've been
guy.
around for a while.
Yeah,
but,
Lawrence.
you know.
I like live music, and I've been out for a long time, and I've went all the way around Tulsa. I have a lot of friends that are musicians. I know Lawrence, and now that you pull his hat up,
man.
it's been a while, bro.
I know, it has been.
Welcome back, bro. Let's go.
And it's so funny because this jam has been going on so long. You know, your other musician, Jason Bauer, that does it. I met him through this jam. So it's like this jam has connected musicians. We've all met through this jam, and it's the purest jam in Tulsa, all made up on the spot. And people sign up. You can come in if you come in early. Sign up on the list, and we get you on the stage, and you jam with musicians right off the cuff, just like that.
Yes, Lawrence, let's go, Lawrence.
It's the purest jam in Tulsa, and I've loved it, and I've been there since the beginning, and so it's good. It's good to watch it grow and have so many players. So come on out.
Heck yeah, guys, that's it right there. And look, I look forward to having them out more. I think it's going to be amazing to get you guys to be seen more and then get that.
Yeah,
vibe.
thanks for letting us come on, man. It was cool. And Sasha too. I met him at the jam, so it's all.
Listen,
yeah,
Sasha, again,
that's the man over there.
Our back guy, like you don't. I can't give my team enough credit, but they are so talented in multiverse. And Sasha's a drummer, and so like he does some damage. But I'm gonna get these two on one day, guys. We're gonna get these two
for
on.
sure. Yeah,
for sure. But,
get his drums over here, man. We'll have a drum
you know,
session right here.
Man, and Lawrence, I first off, let me just go ahead and commend you because. It's not that I just now was just seeing when you pull the hat up, bro. That's
He was
what's
like,
good.
what's his name again?
What is his name again? Man, I know this guy. I've seen him. How do I know him? And I like I said, I go to the music. I love live music. I just think the artistry of people playing and being themselves and it's beautiful. I have to give major kudos. I got to give major flowers. This man has been doing this. He said 10 years, but he's been doing it more than that. This man has taught a lot of people. He has been everywhere, and I got to give him his flowers because when we talk about the music scene in Tulsa,
hey, we'll be back, man. We'll come back. We need. I like this. This is
hey,
cool.
let's go, man. Thank you guys for it. I love it. So, listen. With that being said, you guys gave us an intro. Can you give us an outro? Can you guys lead us out of this bad boy? Guys, this is MCM. I'm Perry Jones III. This is Dr. Jason Sims. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m., we are live. Pay attention to the cannabis in Oklahoma right here from MCM. Take us out, guys.
Welcome to another edition of Medical Cannabis Live, brought to you every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. by THC2. Also brought to you by Studio 30. Tonight's guests with Perry are Beau Speicher of New Millenium Nutrients and Jair Velleman of Dutch Lighting Innovations. Tonight's musical guest, Petty Fox.
Yes, listen, here we are, folks. Perry Jones III, and you know it. Number 16. Let me throw that number at you. This is the Sweet 16, because let me tell you, we've got some sweet guests on tonight. You know how we do it. We own this show. We appreciate you guys coming to Medical Cannabis Marketplace every Wednesday, 7 p.m., right here live on all platforms, all channels. Look at these gentlemen. Can you zoom out? Look at these pretty guys right here. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and get right into this because I'm excited about what these gentlemen bring. You guys know we bring that fire. We bring great content, great people, great businesses with great products to impact the Oklahoma market and others out there. Guys, come on, tell them who you are.
Yes, my name's Beau Speicher. We own a company called Millenium Nutrients based out of Colorado. Hydroponic nutrient. We do some big ag blends as well. And we're happy to be here, Per.
You hear that, guys, right there from Colorado. We got them here, you know.
Denver, Colorado.
I love the mountains, so I love the mountains. Come on.
My name is Jair Velleman, and I'm from Dutch Lighting Innovations, and we're a Holland-based company, and we're very happy to be here in Oklahoma. Very exciting.
Guys, just got the chills right here. You know why? Because it shows that we're expanding, and this is great because they're coming into our state. And so, guys, let's go in and let's give a little background about who you guys are, because what's beautiful is these gentlemen knew each other and know each other for a long time. And so to have them individually on the show tonight, and then they go, oh, well, we know each other. You know, it's just synergy, and we bring that good energy. That's what I like to call that. So, guys, can we get a little background, Beau? Would you tell me a little bit about, like, how you got started, when that started?
1999, we opened a hydroponic store in Denver, Colorado, the second one in Colorado.
Okay.
You know, ran across multiple people, good connections, ended up in Holland, bringing in some lights, some other products. Started a chemical company 14 years ago, and it's been a dream. Wow. Every day.
Every day you've growing.
Yeah.
Every day I'm growing. Well, I don't know if that's we're going to make it a song. I think we can do that.
Nice.
Wow. And so how'd you go to Holland? Like, did you just researching?
And trying to research and bring in products. You know, Holland had a Dutch culture of, great cannabis growers, right? That's where every seed that any of us grow today, really the backbones to who put it on the map at the beginning. So obviously was the place we needed to be, getting over there, getting some seeds and running across some great people.
Come on now and tell me about that, because obviously, I mean, that's a hierarchy, and it is true. Great cannabis origins coming from there. I would say the base of what a lot of the things that we're liking these days, if you're an old head. Tell me about coming from Holland a little bit back a year back.
Wow. I'm an Amsterdam local. I'm born in Amsterdam. I think my first grow was when I was 16, was in the basement of my mother, and I pretty much in cannabis for the last 35 years. I've done some wild things in this industry. I started a little company a long time ago called Cavita. We ended up being the largest horticultural lighting company in the world. I got the chance to sell my company and actually secure my family. And I was bored, so we came back with a new company called DLI, Dutch Lighting Innovations, and I wasn't ready yet, so pretty much I'm here touring the U.S. together with Beau, and
great team.
A great team, and
soil lights. I mean, all you got to do is mess the middle.
Seeds.
That's it. Add some water, 2 more ingredients. I mean, you're there. It's just on you after that. But I mean, we've got the base of it. You got the ground, and you got the air covered right here.
Right. The foundation, the walls, and the roof. Right.
Wow. And listen, with Oklahoma being one of those states that has home growing with their licenses, as well as like Missouri, they're able to do that. What do you think about the home growing culture for individuals as opposed to, mass facilities? And do you guys have
when I started with back in, I think I started selling lights in the U.S. back in 2009. So
Okay.
there wasn't real commercial. It was all about tomatoes.
Yes,
And
yes, yes,
so
yes.
it was all about home growing, and started in California because that was where the market was there. Pretty much moved quickly into Humboldt
Yep.
because that was kind of back then when Humboldt was,
change.
yeah, that was kind of the change. So, yeah.
Wow. Just thinking about in cannabis, guys, like, I mean, we've all been, anybody who's been on the show has been in the industry for quite some time. You know what I mean? Whether whatever, right? But looking at the change in how cannabis has affected society, you talked about 1999. I was a junior at that time, just smoked my first joint, and was just like, not even understanding or knowing what was happening, but I know that worked, and that felt that great, right? Then you fast forward to 2009, and you're shifting from outdoor things to now more refined, and then energy actually being a factor, right? Because at that time, I'm just now getting an apartment, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you don't know about that until you get that electric bill, right? And this is the time of them scanning houses and shit, you know? So just hearing, for me, that timeline right there really takes you back, and here we are now in 2023, and I mean, you guys have been in it longer than I have, but wow, right? Like, that's a crazy change in the way our industry
Been a good ride.
It's been amazing. I mean, when we both started, we could never imagine the things we would see in the future, and what we're experiencing right now. And I think definitely Oklahoma. I remember like 8 years ago, like Oklahoma, that will never happen. Like,
That was
never,
the talk
ever.
for everybody, right? Like, I was one of them. Like, well, I mean, it just was never an option, it seemed like.
No,
You know what I
Oklahoma.
mean? It's not like no Oklahoma. It's just like, that's not even an option at Oklahoma.
No, Oklahoma
you know?
wasn't an option.
Yeah,
We
and
never,
so-
I remember the day that Oklahoma went legal, and I'm like, what? Like, really? I thought it was a joke first when they actually said it to me.
Man, so you remember when you heard it was going
Oh,
legal,
yeah.
right? I think that's going to be maybe our new question at the end of this service, right? I think, like, trying to find out, hey, where were you when you heard Oklahoma went legal? Because that always kind of brings in some kind of memories for different people. What did you think when it happened?
I mean, when it happened, we were in Denver. Denver was really the first state to go fully legal rec and medical. You know, we sold more black market grows from 99 to 2008, 20 light rooms and basements. Those were big operations. People were making money, enjoying themselves, loving the plant. And then 2008 hits, and everyone had 10,000 square foot. Little different concept. We all learned together, changing lighting, changing fans, changing nutrition, and writing SOPs. And, you know, I mean, it's been an amazing ride. It's taken us all over the world, family, relationships, friendships that you never would have thought cannabis. When we started, it was something everyone looked down at, right? Like Jair said, people would come in. We all talked about tomatoes. We all were growing cannabis, and just to see how open and, you know, the research towards medicine and strains and you know, the plant, it's been amazing.
Man, that's amazing to hear. I mean, again, I'm sitting here just rolling in what my experience was, right? And then starting to get those fine genetics and all of these different things happening. But being on the other end of actually providing the soil that allowed that to hit the market, right? But then the lighting that comes in to do that. Give me a little bit of background behind your nutrients, your soil company in general. Like, did you go to school for that? Were you on the ground learning from
Back to
on?
relationships,
Relationships,
right?
had on,
I started-
mentors.
I started growing plants in '93, killed multiple rounds of plants, right?
Sounds like my wife and I right now.
Well, we'll help you. We'll help you, Perry. We're here for you. You know, I mean, trial and error.
Right.
Met some great people. My agronomist / plant nutritionist, I met him in 2000.
Okay.
At the time, he was the formulator for the largest hydroponic nutrient company in the world at the time.
Nice. Wow.
Came out of Cal Poly, had a large background with Sunkist, Diamond, multiple other companies. We had a
Valid.
great relationship. 2010, I had sold one of my other retail stores and opened a new one called Chlorophyll in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
With my other business partner, Lee McCall, that, wrote for multiple publications. Educated people on growing plants all over the United States. And at that time, Neil Watson, we had talked him into teaching us how to make nutrients, right? He had left the company, was doing some algae and biofuel, and that's where it started, with a chemical company. And we're still learning every day, right?
Yeah, I think that's that hunger, which, Jair, tell me about that when you went from selling the first company, right? And then you're like, I'm not done yet. That's that entrepreneur spirit.
Also, you have to understand that all my friends are in this industry. And because I was traveling the world, they're all around the world.
Right.
So on the day that I kind of retired, it wasn't that funny. And I missed my community.
Yes.
So I actually have to stay working.
To be around.
To be around and to actually see my friends. Otherwise, I wouldn't see my friends anymore.
Talk about I just got chills with that, because that's not like why you do what you do. That was a perfect sum, and you're a perfect example because you said 35 years in the industry.
Yeah.
Tell me about this, because I'm very intrigued about this. What got you into doing lighting? Was your first company in lighting?
I started as a hydro store, cannabis grower to hydro store to distributor in Europe, importing, exporting hydro equipment, grow equipment, and then I got in contact with the owner of Gavita, Dick de Horst, and he was it was this commercial. For greenhouses and tomato growing and food production, they made lights. And they had a double-ended lamp. And I saw that double-ended lamp, and I'm like, how does that work for cannabis? And like, nobody knows. But you grow better tomatoes and better fruits with it, so why not better cannabis?
Correct.
So we did a couple of tests, and it ended out really well. So I pretty much took a light under my arm, and I went to California, and I doubled everybody's yield. That was the introduction of the double-ended HPS lamp. And then we made the controller that could control. That was the first digital controller for lights on this market. And we took over the entire market and ended up being the largest in the world because we were a global company. And at a certain moment, somebody comes and so we sold the company. And of course, corporate does what it does, and I wasn't. I had a non-compete. So I had to stay out for a while. I was really sad. I tried to stay, travel a little bit, but not really. It wasn't the same. So a little while ago, some of my old partners in Gavita, they bought DNI, and pretty much are like, Jair, come over. Let's see if we can do this again, because it was such a great ride.
Right.
And I don't want to come back to the industry and not have something special like I did before. So we did a lot of development and made sure we got some new technology that that will wow growers. So and I got one of them today. I got one of them here. We have a full line of lighting from HPS to LED to UV.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm about to learn some shit, because my stuff is going to be fire, and I'm going to grow it and stop buying it from you wackos out there. No offense, I still buy your stuff, guys. I love you all. Guys, we're going to come right back to you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into what they actually do, what they actually have. And as you see it, we have products, so I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I know you're excited. I'll see you guys back here in just a minute.
All right, coming back, Perry will be with Beau and our other guest, Jair. Don't forget, Medical Cannabis Marketplace Live, brought to you every week by THC2. Also brought to you by Studio 30. And now, as we take a break, enjoy the tunes from Petty Fox. That's music from Petty Fox. And now let's get back to Medical Cannabis Marketplace Live, brought to you by THC2 and Studio 30. This week's guests, Beau Speicher of New Millennium Nutrients and Jair Velleman of Dutch Lighting Innovations. And now, back to your host, Perry Jones III.
We're leveling up every show. Every show we're trying new things. If you guys would like to see someone, if you guys would like to hear something, see something on our show, like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, share, follow, you know, all of the things that the cool kids say, that applies to this show as well. So, like, definitely go and check that out. We are here with some badass guests, guys. I am so stoked to really go in depth on what these gentlemen have with us and what they do and how that differs from all the other replicators in the game is what I'm gonna have to say. I mean, because from the time of what you guys just said, that's history. And I have yet to meet anyone in that base of the history doing it. So you guys are the innovators for us. Beau, talk to me, man. Let's go into the nutrients. Tell me more about what it is. How does it work for a novice, from someone who is a market consumer? How would I supply for me being a grower now, my own home grow?
I mean, Per, probably the biggest thing I think that differentiates us from other nutrient companies out there, we are a professional chemical company. We grow a lot of biostimulants. We grow our own microbes. We run a lot of aquatic plants that we extract from. More of a craft line with the new Millenium. Our chemical plant, you know, we do some ag stuff. We have other lines in the backyard gardening, a lot of organics. Millenium is our go-to for the cannabis hydroponic market.
Okay. This isn't just a cannabis company. Like they were mentioning about the tomatoes and things. It's not just tomatoes. It's all plants. And so knowing, yes. Thank you for that. Okay. For those that don't know, like as I'm getting ready to go into growing. We have a vineyard. We have some other things in the works. You're learning. You're constantly learning as an entrepreneur, but really as a patient, wanting to make sure that, well, just take care of myself, that I have the best things going into my body, right? And if you control it from the ground up, as much as you can, that's what you're trying to do. So tell me more about the chemical company, because really the nutrients help out and they're applied. And tell me more about that, if you don't mind.
You know, I think a lot of base nutrients is just regular NPK. That's what a plant needs to grow.
NPK is what a plant needs to grow. Okay.
There's 16 essential elements. There's a few of us out there that I think do some tailored minerals that go in base. But
some boutique stuff.
Some boutique, smaller craft stuff. But I think for the most part, base nutrient, you know, it's your micronutrient conversion with your 16 essential elements. Where I think we really shine is our biostimulant products.
Okay.
Sources of fulvic acid, you know, one of our products called Ruby Fulvic, we sell all over the world.
Okay. What does that do?
What does it do? It helps with uptake of NPK into a plant system. I think it's where you source those fulvic acids from, what region, worldwide, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, there's a lot of 1-part fulvic acids on the market.
Okay.
You know, we grab 9 fulvic acids from 9 different places in the world. To get fulvic acids to play nice in a bottle, there's definitely some science to it.
Wow, that's no bullshitting right there.
Some are cold water extracted, some are DC extracted, some are chemical extracted.
I know New Millennium really well. I think one of their really strong points is that it really expresses the phenotype from the plant, that you really, at a certain moment when people use really cheap nutrients, the smell and the taste doesn't really come out. What I've seen with places where grow New Millennium is it really pumps the phenotypical expression of the plant, and I think that's one of the great things of it. There are a lot of nutrients out there right now, going from real low-grade commercial nutrients to what this is, a really high-grade craft nutrient. And in the end, it's kind of, you get what you pay for. A good nutrient will create a plant with a high terpene level, with a great smell, which actually shows the genetics of the plant really well. And I think that's something that I've seen, because I travel around and I visit, this year I visited, I don't know, 150 facilities. So you can see people in their kitchen, you see the nutrients they're using, the lights they're using, all the different things, and people that I've seen, that the growers I've seen that use new Millenium are specifically very much on making sure that they want to grow that fire.
Yes, man. Well, I don't even know how, I forget that you also grew, so you know exactly. I'm a novice in the growing, so it's just really getting me excited knowing that the adding of the nutrients, as I'm getting sidetracked real quick, because it just had a thought. Okay, when we talk about growing, right, and you have all the different styles of growing, right, does the nutrients play more or less effect to the different styles that are growing?
I think it's a combination of everything. Your environment, obviously lighting,
right,
nutrient, soils, and the foundation, probably genetics, right?
Okay.
Everything we do with our companies, our focus is the best craft cannabis, whether it be lighting, medium, nutrients. We're always looking to bring the newest technology into the industry with all of the components.
Okay, fully integrated, full service, right here with you guys. Absolutely. Holy jeez. Okay, well,
and knowledge in the people we're with, right? I mean, all of us have. This is all we know. This is what we.
Yes, indeed, 1,000 growers, 1,000 different ways of growing.
Right.
I mean, everybody creates their own IP, their intellectual product, like they do it their own way, and not everything works as well as other things, and that's why some people will be more successful as other people, and it's a road you walk, and it's looking at finding those right products that work for you as a grower in the style that you grow for. But like I said, you can start with the best lighting and the best nutrients and the best substrates. If you're a bad grower, you have bad genetics, you end up with a bad product. So this just helps. If you're a good grower and you got great genetics, then this will help you to go to the next level.
Want to know, let me go ahead and give you a reminder. Little shout out real quick, guys. June 2nd, June 3rd at the Imperious Cannabis Expo, Mr. Ed Rosenthal himself is going to be releasing his own personal genetic line for growers. So you just heard it first right here. You need top seeds, you need top genetics, you need top nutrients for your top soil, then you need great top lights. And so with those combinations, it should yield you great fire product. I can tell you this, that's what I'm going for. So let me ask you, you had a couple of companies in there, Beau. Do you still have any dispensaries up there? Do you have where your product is out, or where we could see some of that fire?
Nutrient, or
as your end product, do you dabble in the grows and the production of some high end?
We all still grow. Everyone that works for us, all of us are caregivers, growing our own products, showing it to places we go. We're in facilities from something 1,000 square foot up to Jair and my team. They were on the East Coast at a 300,000 square foot facility.
The guy was rocking 5,000 DLIs and making, and it's kind of
some stuff
so
too.
So it goes from really small little craft growers to really big commercial facilities.
We don't discriminate. We want to help everyone out. We give the same customer service if it's someone growing plants their first time. For me, sometimes I enjoy it more, the calls that come in on the people that are running 1, 2, 4 lights, and like Jair says,
I love small growers as much as I love big growers.
We want to teach, help with people producing
in general
the best flower out there.
And so, Jair, you're just sitting there saying that, and let's go into the lights real quick because I'm really excited now knowing that obviously when you have the nutrients in and not even understanding all of the ingredients, but knowing that the chemical company has already sourced it in multiple areas. I mean, it's just like anything else. If you're a chef, you go and you source a type product to put it together, and then now this is the baby, right? Well, with the baby, need some good clothes, and you adding this here to help it grow. Tell me about the lights. What makes them unique?
So, what makes the lights unique? Well, we are a true lighting manufacturer. A lot of lights in this industry come from China.
Yes.
They're designed in China by Chinese people. They don't know a lot about horticulture. It's pretty much the people that sell them here. They slap a sticker on there and make a brand and sell them. So they're in between people. We actually, we're an agricultural lighting company.
Okay.
So we actually research and develop and design lights, and we have our own manufacturing in Holland where we actually build them. So we're true manufacturer.
full plant,
Yeah,
everything.
It's the full thing. We have double-ended HPS light. We got LEDs, top light LEDs. We got multi-layer LEDs. But what I brought today is something really special. This is brand new on the market.
Check this out.
So this is our new supplemental UV light.
Okay.
And UV, I know that Ed Rosenthal is talking about this for the last 20 years, but we finally got it to a point that it comes to the market. UV does some amazing things to your plant.
Okay.
So what UV actually does is, first thing, it creates a really strong plant. This contains UVA, UVB, UVC, and actually a little bit of far red. What it creates is stronger plants, stronger cell walls, more protection against microbes and things like that. So less problems with powdery mildew and other all kinds of other
pests all the things you don't want to have.
Yes, but the biggest advantage on this light specifically is what it does to terpenes.
Oh, do tell.
So we tested the light before we actually brought it to market because we have to do preliminary tests.
Right.
And I would say that I would put my hand in the fire that this light will give 1% more of terpenes. So a light can bring people with 4% of terpenes to 5% of terpenes. And I've seen also sometimes it's more than 1%, but the 1% is pretty sure.
That's still an
increase. But it
Yeah,
could
that's
go
still
to
an increase.
it could go to a 2% increase. Now you just have 30% more terpenes than you had before.
Yes.
So that's a game changer for people that already have this really good flower and they want to see, and the same as New Millennial, this will bring out the phenotypical expression of the plant, so you will smell more, taste better, have a stronger, more beautiful plant. Also, like I said, will have less problems with all kinds of diseases in the grow room. The only disadvantage is, and I don't really call it a disadvantage, it has UVC in there. So
what does that mean?
It means that you can't really be in the room when the light is on. The light it's a 150 watt light that you pretty much put in between 4 top grow lights.
Okay.
So it does about 100 square foot. It only runs 4 hours a day.
This light does 100 square feet?
Yeah, but it's not a grow light. You add this to your grow light. It's
you add it to your grow light.
It's like an additive.
Okay, yeah.
So pretty much you have four grow lights.
Yes.
And pretty much you hang this in between your 4 grow lights.
Okay.
And it will take that whole area, because it's a very wide reflector, and up the quality up to 30%.
Shit! The first biostimulant of lighting.
Yes, pretty much. It's an additive. You have to understand, until now we were all looking at more yields, and I've been part of that game with introducing the double-ended lamp, which was a big game changer on this industry, and we're now doing it with LED lights.
Yeah.
But and it's great to get people more yields, but in the end, it's not about the biomass. We are oil farmers.
Yeah.
And we're now looking at newer technologies like UV. And trigger that plant in creating more terpenes and more cannabinoids, and actually
different.
So it does something completely different. It has, I mean, by itself, this lamp can't grow lights.
Yeah.
This is not a grow light; it's a pro light.
A pro light.
Yeah,
truly supplemental.
Wow.
So
you're really focused on bringing the most out of everything you touch.
This is only at this moment out on the market for 4 months. We already sold out
Super
twice. It's hard to keep them on stock right now, and I'm not even sure if we have stock right now.
Good and bad problem.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
that
good
is
and bad
definitely
problem
a
to
good
have.
and bad problem.
But definitely for people that are in the higher end quality,
Yes.
this is a game changer. I mean, everybody
man.
who's a concentrate maker or a hash maker, that 1% more terpenes
Huge.
is huge. I had a guy who had 4 lights, put 1 UV in there, and actually, in comparison with his previous go, got the guy who actually runs his concentrate, he comes back, he's like, it's so wet, it's so wet. He actually got 40 grams of extra terpenes.
Unbelievable.
And 40 grams extra terpenes would pay for this light in
Yeah.
one go, and more, because everybody knows how valuable
Terpenes are.
Terpenes are.
And I love that new, I don't want to say fad, I don't want to say craze. I love the newness of people going into more of the cannabinoids and things about the plant. And so going and getting terpenes and people actually seeing what those are, I love the talk of it because it really does change. It's no longer just a name. You're really looking at what that plant's characteristics are. I'm now getting excited even more as I keep learning about, even pheno hunting.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like
Pheno hunting
You
is-
this
express the highest output of
of it.
And that's
yeah.
also why we travel together, because New Millennium and DLI kind of go well together, because we're both focused on that, getting the most out of your phenotypical expressions of your plant, and the UV does that, and the lamps does that, but also New Millennium does that, and that's also why we're connecting really well together,
Yeah.
because it's the same kind of customer that we're looking for. It's that customer that wants that little bit of extra and is willing to invest in that and actually get that. But also, you're getting paid these days. Like I said, if you come and you have a 1% or 2% more higher terpene content,
Yeah,
now the value of your cannabis just went up.
Your name just went up.
Yeah.
Because some of those plants, I don't believe a lot of people have seen that type of plant. You may have seen it on like Instagram, but if you've ever seen it up close, it's a whole, oh, my apologies. It's a whole nother, we're playing dance footsies over here. You see how big this is, it's good. It's a live show, damn it. Seeing that type of plant in person, smelling it, feeling it, is absolutely amazing. And when you can have that consistent, it feels like the first time back in 2010, 2011, that's when I first seen, I think it was when I seen Forbidden Fruit. I think it's when that was. And I think so. Just seeing the way things were, and then you didn't get an opportunity to get it again. And now you can really harness and grow some of those high-end
genetics.
Yes. And then just having the help with it. Let me ask you this. What about a home grower? Mass is great, but this like being that much, could you put that into
I have to
something?
be honest. First thing, I think this, because this is, you have to kind of know what you're doing
You
for
do.
this light. This is not a
That's not
beginner's
the
light.
beginner.
That's not a beginner's light. This is a light for a more experienced grower.
Gotcha.
So it's a home grower. Yes, if you have 4 lights, you could add 1 UV light. You will get a reaction.
Okay.
But we don't make 110. We make 240 and 277
Okay.
volts. So I know that a lot of people have 110 in their houses. Yeah, that won't be able to run this. But
Okay.
if you have 240,
You're able.
you can just take the 240 from your dryer and run it to your grow room, and you can run the lamp.
Okay.
Yeah, if you start growing, if you're just a novice, you just started today, I would do a couple of runs without, just to figure out first how things
What you
go
got.
without UV before you add that, because UV is not to bring you from here to here. It's when you're already there, and you're
need to
again
go.
the ceiling of the possibilities of your grow. This will bring you to the next step.
Okay. Man, listen, we're going to go to another break here in just a minute because you guys, wow, I I didn't know I had powerhouses in here, boys. I did not know I had these powerhouses in here. And so when we come back after this quick break, we're going to wrap up. We're going to see what these guys have planned for the future. We're going to see what they're into right now, especially being here in Oklahoma. And we're going to see what their opinions and things are on the industry itself with so much experience. Guys, Perry Jones III, we're coming back to you. Petty Fox, take us on that cool break.
All right, coming up next, one more round with Beau of New Millennium Nutrients and Jair of Dutch Lighting Innovations. But now, some more music from Petty Fox. And that's Petty Fox on the keyboards. So now, for our last segment, let's wrap things up with Beau Speicher of New Millennium Nutrients and Jair Velleman of Dutch Lighting Innovations. And our man with the plan, our host with the most, Perry Jones III.
Oh man, welcome back, guys, to MCM. Here we are, guys, show number 16, and that's my good guy Andrew. Listen, I love the voiceover. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That makes me feel super official. I promise you, guys. I am so happy that you guys blessed us and came to Oklahoma, and then like we just talked about a little bit offline, the importance of education really is what we're going to jump into here in just a minute. But first, guys, definitely make sure you like, subscribe, share, look in the comments. We're going to be putting it down how you can get a hold of these gentlemen, how you can find their websites, the social media, all of that good jazz. Go and like them and follow them, guys. If you're wanting to know about how to really take care of your stuff, well, and not even that, ask other growers, and when you go to dispensaries for consumers about how the product is made and understanding what is happening, educate yourself. That's what that goes into. So definitely like, share, subscribe, follow, all the good jazz down below. And again, if you have something that you want to see, you have questions, send them, ask them. We can get them answered. If we don't do it online, we can get those answers sent to you. We'll put it out there for you. So very much so. Be intrigued, right? Come and join us. Guys, let's go into that topic right there we were just saying about education. Obviously, you guys have been in the game for a good amount of time. You're still innovating. You're still pivoting and evolving in the game. Do you guys educate as well as provide the products? Do you have consulting? Would you go into that, Beau? Tell me a little bit.
All over the world.
Awesome.
We're in there trying to get people to, grow better plants, more craft plants. Education's key. Myself and Jair, for 30 plus years, we get an education as well every day, walking in places, seeing different ways, things that work, things that don't. And I think probably the biggest backbone to our companies, we're not a white label. We are
a true manufacturer.
True manufacturer.
Yeah. That's probably one of the most important things I think we need to cape on, so you guys understand that. Like he mentioned earlier, you're not white labeling. You're not throwing another sticker on something. You're not seeing a long ship or weight coming from, and it's no offense, China, that's where the mass are produced. Sure. But like you mentioned, they don't understand agriculture. And so when you're starting to add chemical companies, when you're adding lighting companies that specialize in agriculture.
And also do the research.
And do the research.
Because this is the thing, you have to do the research. As a lighting company, I have to understand how spectrum works on the plants. We work with universities to do tests, to understand what new spectrums do, what new lighting do, but also in education to the customer. We help with room designs to make sure that not just selling the lights, but that they're hung especially at the right distances for the plant and at the right moment, so to create the most uniformity within the room. So you can't just sell a light and then
let it go.
Yeah, same with the nutrients. You actually have to tell the customer how to use it correctly and how to be better. And sometimes it's a combination of things. Like, if I sell a light and I want to make sure, and I see that the guy is using this horrible cheap nutrient from wherever it comes from, and I might give him a suggestion like, hey, Ben, because if he uses a better product, the effect with my light will work better. So
it's a synergy.
And it's a synergy, and so that's also why it's really important that growers understand this. Sometimes even I understand everybody, and sometimes the market is overheated and the price of the product is really low, but do R&D. Try a new product. So take a look what's out there, because there's a lot of great new products, not just ours. There are a lot of great new products out there that you should try and test. So I always tell people, take a little R&D room, like a little place where you grow some separate, you test some new lights, some new nutrients, some new substrates, and that's really important, because also as a grower, if you're stagnant, you're going to lose. In this market goes with 1,000 miles an hour. And if you stand still, the people around you will win. They will grow. They will grow. They will educate themselves, grow better product, and you're going to lose.
Keep innovating, right?
You have
And
to
that's
be.
what we do. From lighting to nutrient to soils, we're always trying to make something better.
If you
right?
don't innovate as a person, but also as a company,
Yes.
and if you're stagnant as a person, but also as a company,
Yes.
you become irrelevant.
Correct.
If you don't grow, you die, Pear, right?
Hey, true. That's a fact. That
Oh,
is
those
fact.
were a lot of one-liners in one go.
I was trying to catch them because I was like,
the
man, I want to
truth.
throw one in there, but that y'all took the cake with that one. I like that. And I
Simplest
believe in
way.
that. I think that's absolutely right. And I'm super intrigued, and I can't wait, guys. Personally, you heard it first from me. I'm about to get the whole gambit, and I'll tell you this, my shit's gonna look fire, and I will follow up with you guys once I actually get mine going because I believe in the same concept. You were mentioning earlier, there was an analogy that came to my head about like CBD hitting the endocannabinoid system, right? You had made mention of something that made that relevant to me, but it's feeding your whole
Better
self.
products.
You know what I mean? And that's what you're getting, that better product for yourself that in turns will allow you to do all these other different things. And so that's how I took the fully integration of what you guys bring as a package, individually, but also as a package that's going to put people on the road to
Well,
success.
it's like your own body. If you eat the wrong nutrients, eat the wrong
Definitely.
food, and
Yeah.
you're doing fast food all day, you're not going to feel very healthy. The same
Yeah.
for your plant. If you never are outdoors in the sun, you will have no vitamin D. So you have to, you need lights. You know, it's just you have to. It's almost like your own body, but you know, it's the same with your plants.
So you said something a minute ago as well that really intrigued me, because we talked about the different styles of growing, right? From going from outdoor to greenhouse to indoor, right? And the lights being able to now, you said it a minute ago, basically meet, what was the...
For years, a lot of the outdoor growers said, like, hey, I have this terpene thing going on, this terpene expression going on, what you
Yes.
guys don't have on the indoor side.
That's it. Tell 'em.
And the difference between outdoor and indoor was UV. So pretty much what we're doing now is we're taking that little piece that comes from outdoor, comes from the sun, and we're taking that indoor. We already had the
You
PAR.
harnessed it.
We harnessed it. We already had PAR, the photosynthetic active radiation. So every grow light should have to do the basic things. This is not even within the PAR region.
Yeah.
So this actually complements the PAR of what you have in your normal grow light, and it adds that part of UV. Now the effect is really close to sunlight. And sunlight brings really good things to yield.
It's my favorite.
So to bring that part on the indoor, now you have the power of indoor
Yes.
plus the taste of outdoor combined. And now you're getting this really interesting product, and it will create a lot of new kinds of expressions on indoor weed that we will see in the next couple of years when more people start to use this.
You heard it first right here, guys. I mean, my personal favorite before, it still kind of is actually, is I like outdoor. I think outdoor grown, great. It's just, it's true for me, true medicine. It's just very organic. And then I know with indoor we're manipulating, and as a consumer becoming into that, I see and I understand that, and that is a whole game changer for those that are novices like myself out there with some of the different forms of cannabis. That right there is a huge game changer.
Yeah, and, well, it's also, don't worry about light. Light is actually organic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not
Yes.
actually
Yes.
not adding anything.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
actually
It is. Yes.
UV
Yes.
light is a very organic thing. I know it looks very technology, but in the end, it's the same UV light that comes from the sun. There is no difference.
Enhancing
And
spectrum.
it's enhancing spectrum. So yeah, we will. It's going to be very interesting. This year will be very interesting. The more growers put their hands on this
This
new
just
technology.
came out. This is this year, right? It's just right now.
This is like 4 months now.
Yeah,
four
the
months.
newest technology.
Yeah, it's the newest technology.
First to market.
It's
Did you hear that? We got the newest technology on, guys. Yes.
Yeah. There's, I think,
about to get on
this
this
moment,
shit.
I think there are at
Yeah.
this moment about 200 grows maybe out there that just started with this. We already have a couple of growers that already pulled a couple of harvests.
Yes. How was that?
Well, yeah, like I said, we've seen some amazing things. The guy that runs the concentrates from one of our friends that we know, from Gabe, he couldn't believe, because he runs those plants, and he couldn't believe what he saw. He was like, wow, this is so different than the last time when you brought it to me, and we got so much more product out of it, and so much more terpenes.
So
and like I said, it's not a really expensive light. I mean, the retail on this you're probably going to the store and buy one for $650 around that, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on the store and how many units you're buying. But so it's not a crazy expensive light, and I can tell you, with the amount of extra terps what you will get out, and the better quality of your plants or your product, this light will pay back in one run.
And it's new on the market. I love all of that. Okay, so that takes me into our next segment, guys. Future. What do you guys see happening? We did mention the light. As more people are getting ready to start to take on that, you're going to start to see that. I know we're going to see it on the take on some quality cannabis here in Oklahoma for sure. I'm going to be one of them, so that's one. But what do you guys see as the future in the market of cannabis, not just Oklahoma, in your worldly experience? Because you're traveling everywhere, so...
We're on the road. We see a lot of places. I mean, the competitiveness of cannabis, it's all about growing a higher grade, better product, right? And that's what our focus is, to get out there, help people, and just add to.
I love it.
You could put lights up. The beauty on the UV, you don't have to take anything down. You could take any company's lights and enhance the spectrum with the UV. It's never been done
addition
before.
Okay.
It's adding on, creating better flower.
So I see on the market, I hope that in the future we're going to have a global open market for cannabis, that borders will open up, that we will see traditional hash from Morocco coming to the U.S. or Lebanon or Afghanistan.
Man.
I hope that American strains will be transported to Holland, and Dutch strains will be transported back. I hope for an open, totally free market that everybody can enter, that who want to enter. The people that do their best will make the best product. That will be the winners. Like in every market.
And you get an opportunity. That's it.
And also. Screw the regulations. I think it should be like tomatoes. I mean, nobody has to ask for permission to grow tomatoes. Why is that with cannabis? Cannabis is a harmless product. It's a great medicine. It makes people happy. So for me, I hope to see in the future, and I think we're going there. We're already seeing Thailand opening up. I already sell lights to Thailand. I will go there. Germany, Spain. Germany's just opening up with
Brazil,
Brazil is South America, Chile, and there's so many different places. I've been to South Africa and Swaziland.
Swaziland?
Yeah.
You been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
I got a friend that's over there. He was the first. He was on our first show. Oh man, Mark! Shout out Mark, Cali Cannabis. They are out there in South Africa, Swaziland, and he was one of my first friends in the industry, but the first person that I knew going international, because his origins are from there, his family's there.
It's great if you go take a holiday to those places. If you love cannabis, it's great. Just take a holiday to those places. I remember going in a 4x4 old Jeep way into the mountains, and then visiting farms and seeing what they do and how they grow. And they have, I remember in Swaziland, it was like all sativas, these long, full 9 months that are flowering for 9 months. Wow. Like it was the most insane thing I ever done in my life. Before one of the things I want to do, I want to go to Morocco, and I already been to a lot of places with cannabis, but I want to go to see it all, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's what I love, it's what Beau loves, and actually, but like I said, opening those borders, let international trade flow on cannabis products. That will be the next big step. It would make such a change in the world. Yeah, and also within the U.S., let's get that federal legalization going. Let's open up those borders, also between the states. But they get away from all those regulations because they're just trying to make it difficult. I never seen a tomato farmer that has to register every tomato plant in metric. What is that kind of like? That is.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And it's legal to grow tomatoes in your back garden. And it should be same with cannabis. And it's not everybody's afraid, if everybody grows cannabis, then there is no market anymore. Well, not everybody brews beer also, or makes wine, or so I'm not afraid. Sure, there will be people that love to grow indoors, but people like to be easy. They want to be, I want to go to a dispensary and buy a vape pen, and just don't bother with it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And that's the free market that we need. And I hope we get there within a decade.
Oh, I like that. I can see. I mean, it's been changing, and you got way more states involved now. I mean, I believe it's over 38, 35. What are we?
So where's federal legalization?
36.
36,
right
I think,
there.
there. That where that's has a medical or some form of a cannabis market, and so it's the innovation. I feel like it's, for me personally, I equate it to, what do we call it? The prohibition stage is what I like to say. People don't know it took 15 years for alcohol. It was a prohibition before it was just normalized, and that's what it is, right? So I feel like, and now you have all those regulations. Alcohol. That's
it's even horrible. You have everybody with a cannabis company knows that, you can't write off your cost of your company. They force pretty much
so much.
They force your company to pretty much make no money. So there's no money.
Bootstrapped.
Everybody who thinks you're going to be a millionaire with like selling cannabis, sure, there are a couple of great success stories, but it's not as easy as you think.
No, not in
because
this
of the
industry.
crazy regulations. If you could operate like a normal company in the U.S.,
there'll be so many successful companies.
there were so
booming
many
out there.
successable companies,
So
but
many.
they keep this industry down on purpose, and they will take as much money from it as possible. That's
For as
also
long
why
as
they like
possible.
it for as long as possible. And it is all for us to fight against that kind of oppression, to see where this needs to go, and to understand that we still need to lobby and to invest in activism, because we're there yet. We made a great step.
Definitely. Listen, that goes to shout out back to Aaron, who was on our last episode with the NCIA, the National Cannabis Industry Association. They are lobbyists. They're in Washington. They're doing all types of different things. Guys, that's how you have to do it, just like you mentioned. You have to get out there in front of people, let them know, but also what you're doing here, supporting and getting it into the industry and allowing those people to sustain and be a voice as well. And so, man, guys, you're killing it. That's all I have to say. You're killing it.
For anybody out there who wants to take a look at our products, come to www.dli.nl. Go take a look at our website. We do a great blog, and there's lots of information to find. I think you got
New Millennium Nutrients.com. Our distributor on all the products in North America, it's called 58, PHIVE8.com. That's where you could get our products. We have great guys on the road, educating and getting our products out there.
Listen, guys, you heard it first right there. I don't know why I say that. I think it sounds cool. So, why don't you guys tell me, does it sound cool, and then should I do that? But you heard it first here on MCM. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to Oklahoma. Thank you for educating us on the beginning. What I would love to do is what we normally do is ask for a follow-up in a couple of months. See where you guys are.
Well, we're coming. We're traveling the entire U.S.
Yes.
At a certain moment, we will loop back to this place. Maybe in a couple of months, maybe a little bit longer. But it will happen, and we would love to come by.
I love that. And if there's a possibility, maybe I get this passport, come out and see your facility, bring my team, do some tours. Should I do this? Can we do that? Yes.
Colorado and Amsterdam, both
Guys,
beautiful places.
Listen, I'm taking the MCM crew. We got the production team. We're going to be bringing cannabis in a whole nother light. Yes, you're seeing it here, we're going to go live to you guys out there, and we're going to go show these different companies in another light. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I'm so excited about it. MCM every Wednesday, 7 p.m. right here on our own channel, our own platform, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the platforms, Twitch, Roku, everything. Follow us, like us, subscribe us. Look in the comments. Definitely leave your comments down there. And if you have anything you want to see in the future, let us know. Gentlemen, again, thank you for being here.
You.
MCM, I'm Perry Jones III, and we're out of here. Petty Fox, can you take us home?
We edit the show, and we put in all your information.
And that rolls up another episode of MCM, Medical Cannabis Marketplace Live, brought to you every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock here on your local social media platform. Tune in next week for another great show. And on behalf of everybody at Medical Cannabis Marketplace Live, want to tell you to have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday night at 7.